Hey guys, I'm Melchi and welcome back to my channel. Do you find yourself describing life's issues with binary thinking and dramatic language such as good or bad and black or white? This is a defining characteristic of the perfectionist. Perfectionism is often motivated by a desire for excellence, but it can be self-defeating. For those who want the best in their lives, excellence is always a worthwhile pursuit. But how do you know when the quest for doing things really well tips into perfectionism, thus causing delays or impeding progress? We push ourselves into self-oriented perfectionism. I must be perfect. Socially prescribed perfectionism. Others expect me to be perfect. And other-oriented perfectionism. I expect others to be perfect. But let me tell you how the need for perfectionism interferes with your ability to perform based on an article from Harvard Business Review. 1. Unwilling to label decisions as unimportant. There is an argument that for minor decisions, you should make a quick decision or outsource the decision. Perfectionists, on the other hand, have a difficult time labeling decisions as insignificant. They prefer to have complete control over everything. Why? Because they're bothered by flaws more than others. If something goes wrong, perfectionists may experience explosive frustration or a niggling sense of irritation that is difficult to ignore, and they do not want to risk that. Perfectionists are sometimes so used to micromanaging that it never occurs to them that any decision is insignificant. They're completely unaware. They automatically and habitually classify everything as deserving of their full attention. 2. You feel morally obligated to exceed expectations. The concept that you must always exceed expectations in any situation can take various forms. This line of thinking might arise from a need for an excessive cushion. For example, you might believe that if I aspire to offer 1.5 times more or 2 times value for everything I do, I'll never underdeliver. It can also be fueled by worry, insecurity, or imposter syndrome. For example, you believe that exceeding expectations is the only way to keep people from being disappointed or displeased with you. Perfectionists also believe that failing to over-deliver will have disastrous effects. The crucial issue is that you believe that what is generally reasonable does not apply to you, and that you require a different criterion. You get excessively annoyed when you aren't 100% consistent with good habits. When it comes to adopting new habits, perfectionists tend to fall into one of the 3 categories. They bite off more than they can chew, and their plans are too onerous to manage. They avoid starting any habit unless they're 100% certain they'll be able to hit their goal every single day, which leads to procrastination. Or they only take on habits that they can stick to no matter what. Perfection can get in the way of progress, or as Voltaire is credited as saying, perfect is the enemy of good. Let me list out a few ideas that I got from a Forbes article on how you can focus on being excellent without falling into the trap of striving for perfectionism. Seek stretch. Seek out experiences in which you're not already competent. Find opportunity to test your skills and push hard enough so that you fail sometimes. Learning cannot occur without failure. If you're never failing, you're probably not stretching yourself enough, and you may be striving for perfectionism instead of excellence. Find feedback. Perfectionism is frequently associated with the desire to avoid criticism. Feedback is essential for continuous improvement and pursuing goals. Rather than information that could be paralyzing or demotivating, use feedback as stepping stones to develop skills and talents. Trust yourself. A growth mindset implies that you can always improve your skills, become better, and strive for more. If you make a mistake or fail, don't give up. What distinguishes those who achieve the most from those who achieve the least is whether failure inspires continued effort. Be gentle with yourself and believe in your ability to take the next big step. Plan for evolution. Develop a mindset in which improvement is the norm. Learn to distinguish between the elements of a solution that are showstoppers and should be delayed until they're perfected, and those that can be launched to test, learn, and improve. When you plan to review, iterate, and apply new thinking, getting an idea out there and releasing a project when it is good enough, rather than perfect, is acceptable. Establish a system for continuous improvement in order to achieve excellence. Seek stretch, find feedback, trust yourself, and plan for evolution so you can be brilliant even if you're not perfect. To effectively multiply your time and avoid painful perfectionism, keep in mind the value of your time and energy. You simply cannot spend endless amounts of time on low priority activities just to make sure every detail is perfect. Bye for now and see you next week.